Hey, what's good, world? It's your conscious cousin, Juice Be Wrecking. And I'm pretty sure you haven't seen me since I was like, 16 or 17, rapping in my mama house. Now I'm 29 years old. I'm still doing music. I'm mixing, I'm mastering, I'm doing graphics, I'm networking, I'm marketing, and I'm doing some light management work for other artists as well. But I'm doing it all from the comforts of my own home. So if you are into that type of content, hit the subscribe button because this is the safe space for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm your conscious cousin. I'll be tuning in from time to time talking about my perspective of how to do music, how to market music, how to mix music as well. So without further ado, subscribe today and go ahead and share this with a friend, share this with a homie. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we'll be talking about some basic essentials that you'll need for your studio. As you can see, y'all are in my studio right now. And I have some basic essentials. And first things first, you need some type of computer. What brand of computer? It's all on you. Trust me, it's all on you. If you want to be stationary, you might want to get a desktop. If you want to be able to travel and go to other people's houses and mix and work on stuff, you might want to get a laptop. What brand of laptop? Is all on you. I've had Acer, I've had HP, I've had a Dell before. I've had iMac. I got the iMac right here, and then now I'm working with a MacBook Pro. So it's a personal preference. Definitely recommend something with a good processor, something with some good RAM. Something that you can maybe be able to either expand the memory or buy you a MacBook or some type of product where the memory is already expansive enough. And then also too, you can add on to it and have you an external hard drive or an external flash drive to keep most of or all of your sessions backed up. So definitely personal preference, but get you some type of computer. All right. So once you've got your computer, we can go with the hardware that you'll need for that computer. So, or actually, you know what? Let me back that up. Let's continue with the software a little bit more. So the next thing you need is going to be your DAW. And so what I mean by DAW is your digital audio workstation. Digital audio workstation. And your DAW is going to allow you to record, add tracks, add plugins and different effects, and you can, bounce stuff down. It's basically the workstation, your workspace that you'll be using. There's all type of DAWs, right? So in the background here, you see Pro Tools, and that's the DAW that I prefer. But I also have Logic, and Logic is an Apple exclusive DAW. You also got GarageBand, you got Reason, you got Ableton Live, you got Adobe, you got Studio One, you got Fruit Loops, you got all type of different DAWs. If you end up getting some type of bundle from like Sweetwater, Guitar Center, something like that, Sam Ash, then you probably even have a DAW that came with your studio bundle. So just get you a DAW, something that you prefer, read up on it, maybe even watch some YouTube tutorials on it, maybe even get you a template or something like that, and then start working with your DAW. Master the equipment that you have before you scale up and invest in other equipment. All right. Now that the software is done, you got your computer program or your DAW. The next thing you got to do is figure out, how do you record? How do you go from la 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 to putting it on the computer and getting wave files like you see in the back right here? So it's easy to get, and this is how you do it. You get you a microphone, you get you an audio interface, you make sure you got the cords, and you plug it up and you start recording. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You get you a microphone, and when it comes to the microphone, it's all a personal preference. You kind of have to play around with them and see. You got some of the standards, you got your Blue Sparks, also your Blue Bottles. You got your AKG microphones. You got your Audio Technica 2020s or whatever. This is an AKG Perception 200. It's actually a discontinued microphone. And now they have the 220 series, 320, 420. But I got the regular 200 series because the wave file kind of emulates a Newman. And the Newman mic is one of the best quality mics. But so you got all different types, you know what I mean? You can start off with just a B100 or whatever microphone. Get you a microphone. I told you I've been doing this for years. But get you a microphone that you prefer, that sounds great with your voice. If you've been in the studio or you got a homie that has a studio and you like how your vocal sounds, something that sounds as natural to what you sound like when you're talking, that's what I prefer. Something with not a lot of treble, not of too much bass, but just a natural sounding tone. Ask them, hey, what microphone did you get, right? You can get some of this stuff online, all of this stuff online. You can get a lot of this stuff at the pawn shops, but find you a microphone that best fits you and start working with it. The microphone that I'm working with that's inside of here, which this is one of my reflection filters. The microphone I'm working with is a Rode NT1A. I love that microphone. It sounds natural to me. But some people like the Rode NT1. It just doesn't matter. Find you a microphone that sounds natural to your tone of voice when you're talking in a regular conversation. And that's the microphone that's for you, right? And then fit the budget that's for you. Don't go broke trying to keep up with the Joneses. Just get you a microphone and let's go. Now, how does that microphone work? And how do you go from la 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 in the microphone to a wave pattern that you see here? Yeah, I'm kind of goofy if you ain't already, noticed. You have an audio interface, right? So if you're using like a studio microphone, a condenser microphone, then you need to have something that has this thing called 48V, right? And it's called phantom power. If you get you an audio interface with phantom power, then you'll be able to power up any condenser microphone. Now, some of them have more bells and whistles and features than others, but get you one. So this right here is a Focusrite Scarlett, and it has 2 inputs, even though I only record with 1 microphone at a time. They have a smaller version of this as well with 1 input. That's really all you need. You got your M audio boxes, you got your Behringers, you got your regular mixers that look like mix boards. From the, in the studios, you got those. Some of your churches have them. You got the smaller versions of those. I mean, just find you something in your budget and get it. Make sure it has phantom power if you're recording with some type of condenser microphone, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, I just recently upgraded to the Apollo. The Apollo is so sexy. I'm loving it. It's becoming my favorite, but I really would use this when I travel, when I want to go out of town, and I don't want to take all the stuff that comes with the Apollo. I'll just use this because it's a plug and play. So kind of read up on the features that you need, read up on the connections that you have according to your computer, and get you your interface and you're good to go, right? So you got your interface, you got your computer, you got your microphone, you know what I mean? You got the program that you're going to use to record it on. The only other thing you would need from there is, of course, like your microphone stand. You got to put your microphone on something. You got like the studio stands, you got your regular boom stands. You even got the ones that are in the big studio where you can kind of like maneuver the back. Find you a stand that you like. I've had this same microphone boom stand. It was $15 or $16.88 at Guitar Center 15 years ago, and I've had it ever since, and I'll probably never let it go. But if I was in a bigger studio setup, I might get another one where I can just kind of adjust the back and the microphone kind of hangs down. So just find you a stand and you good. The only other thing you would need besides that is going to be your studio monitors or like your speakers, right? So these right here are KRK Rockets, the 5 inches. But before I had those, y'all, I had some basic studio monitors in the back. I still got them. They're the Behringers. They were like for $100. So find you some studio monitors, like something that you can reference your music in a louder atmosphere. And then at the least bit, get you some headphones. So these are some basic $20 Sony headphones that I just absolutely love. I got like some other ones as well that are around here somewhere, but as you can see, I don't even know where they at. They're like bigger, so that way when artists want to record, I can record them and they can have like, I guess for ergonomic purposes, a lot of artists like them. Oh, here they are. And they have a long cord. So let me show you how long this cord is. I'm still pulling, I'm still pulling, I'm still pulling. You see how long that cord was? So if I ever want to record an artist, and for COVID's sake, I kind of had artists a little bit further spread out. They weren't necessarily next to me. But if I ever wanted to record an artist and put them in a different room, or if I ever wanted to have a little bit more space between me and the artist, then I have some headphones that they usually record with, and it's super, super long cords. And then it's big in their head, so I guess they like, you know what I'm saying? They like rocking out like that. They rock out like that. And that's cool. But yeah, get you some headphones that you like and that's comfortable in your ear, and you rocked out. So that's pretty much everything. And all of this stuff you can get, besides the computer, you can get for like I would say less than $300. You take you about $300, go to Guitar Center, and you can walk out with at least an interface, May not be the same one, but you're gonna walk out with an interface. You could walk out with a microphone. You could walk out with a headphone, and you might even be able to get some speakers or at least a headphone, so you can in your cords and your mic stand, so you'll be able to get everything that you need to start recording. Now, as far as on what this is, because I get asked this all the time when people come in my studio, it's a microphone chamber. You don't necessarily need that one. This one right here was like $70. There's one that's like $100. They got the Chaotica eyeballs, but then they also got the regular reflection shields, and I have one of those as well, and it's like $50. So find you some type of filter, or you can just start off with a regular pop filter. But I'm not necessarily in an acoustically treated room. Like, I got these pads on here, but it's literally for aesthetics, to make it look like I'm in the studio, but it doesn't necessarily bounce or reflect much. So I needed something that was surrounding my microphone, so that's why I have this one. Let me show y'all what it looks like, and it's kind of cool because it slides up. So shout out to Easy. This is an Easy Beat. He had one in his studio, so I was like, let me just look this up, and I got one as well. So this is like the knockoff version of what he got. So, you know, just find you something that's within your budget, and you pretty much set up. But between your computer, your monitors, your little headphones, your microphone, your interface, and your DAW, you are pretty much set up for a studio. And then it's optional but highly recommended that you get some type of external hard drive. You are set up. You are set up for your studio. That's really all it takes. Hit subscribe. Did y'all like the video? What's up? As we grow, we'll get more equipment. I'll start adding microphones, and I gotta figure out the program that you can use where I can screen record on my computer, and then y'all can see me in the corner. So if y'all know that program, comment that as well. Show me love. Let's connect. Let's network. Let's vibe out. Y'all be safe. Stay hydrated, homie. Yeah.